What's going on, everybody? It's Frankie V, and let me tell you about this week's show. I am so excited about the show this week. We've got all sorts of new bands like usual, but I've got a lot of bands from right here in the state of Florida where I'm at. I've got a new Tampa band. I've got a returning Tampa band, a new band from Fort Lauderdale. Then I've got bands. I am so excited to show you guys this duo of bands that are friends with each other. One's from Toronto, one's from Boston. We're going to debut them both tonight. Also new bands from Bristol, a returning friend from Detroit. The big question from last week, I finally found out where Irene Ocean and Alex Oiza are from. And guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen? The Soap Girls are back. And I've got lots of new goodies that I acquired this week that I need to show you about. It's all coming up on the Sunset Island Music Show. What's happening, everybody? Frankie V here, and it is time for another Sunset Island Music Show. We count down the top 20 videos of the week, and like I said before, I've got all sorts of new stuff for you. Lots of goodies, lots of stories to tell. It's been a pretty crazy, pretty full week around here, so I've got all sorts of stuff to tell you about. But I'll tell you right now a little bit about us if you don't know anything about us. Sunset Island Music Show, company called Sunset Island Music. We've had it for over like 10 years now. We promote independent bands. That's what we do, period. Independent bands. Been doing it for a long time. I love it. So we get these bands. You guys get in touch with me. People are just flooding my inbox with bands and friends of friends and friends of other bands and all this stuff. They just keep coming. I work on it. I get you guys on the show. Really easy to get a hold of. Frankie V, we always say, I'm the easiest guy in the world to get a hold of. I'm like a little 14-year-old girl on the social media stuff. All you need to do is look up Sunset Island Music Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Rumble. Anywhere you go, just look up Sunset Island Music Show. You'll see my smiling face. I'm sure that makes you all happy. And just drop me a line somewhere, and we'll get you guys rolling, and we'll get you with it right there. So that's about me. Let's talk about the show. First off, we're going to start this show out a little bit differently this week than we usually do. Usually we jump right into the countdown. Usually, most of the time we start with the number one from last week, all that. We're throwing it all out of the water this week. It's all going to be different. So the guys from 1,000 Years Wide, you know them. They're from St. Joseph, Missouri. They've been on the show for months. Awesome band. They called me about a week and a half ago and said, hey, man, we've got a new album coming out. We all know they're getting ready to go on tour in direct support of Earshot for a couple of months, all the way across the United States, from coast to coast. They said, but we have a new single from the new album coming out, and we would like you to help us release this single. And let me tell you, I was so absolutely floored and honored by that. Of course, I said, yeah, of course, whatever I can do for you guys, I'll do. So on Monday morning at 10 a.m. sharp, man, all of us, myself, 1,000 Years Wide, everybody, just flooded the market. I'm sure everybody has seen it all over my socials, all over their socials. I posted this thing everywhere I knew. It's a new single from their new album. The new album is going to come out after they do the tour. They got about 2 months on this tour with Earshot and Machines, and then they still need to finish some stuff up on the album. They need to shoot some videos. They need to do things like that, but they wanted to get the song out there first. So this song is called Remove. Now their album is going to be 10 songs, 6 former songs that have never been fully produced or published, and then 4 brand new songs, including this one. The album's going to be called 10 because in February of 2024, it's going to be 10 years that they're celebrating as a band. So check it out. So this is a brand new single. They don't really have a video for it, but the song speaks enough. You don't need that. Just check this song out. This is from the brand new 1,000 Years Wide album called 10. This is Removed, and it's right here on the Sunset Island Music Show. There you have it. What'd you think? The brand new song from 1,000 Years Wide, that is Removed. And it is just a great, great song. Wish those guys the best of luck as they embark on their tour. I know they had they tried to raise some money to get a vehicle. They got a band. They got everything ready to go. I'm actually going to see them on their second day of the tour out in my second home of Las Vegas, where you know I go all the time. But I'm going to go out there to see them on September 30th. The dates are all over the place. You can catch their tour dates on my websites, on their websites. You can watch that video again. I got the dates running through there. So 1,000 Years Wide, 2 thumbs up. We love the song. I can't wait to see you live. And the best of luck to you guys on your big first major tour. So, with that being said, let's start the show out. You know, we kind of skipped around a little bit, but now we're going to start the show like we usually do, with a brand new band. So check these guys out. I have so many new bands this week, and I'll tell you, we didn't know who to pick. There's so many of them. I got them backed up for weeks now, but that's a good problem to have, trust me. This band is a band from York. That's in Northern Yorkshire over in England. But this is awesome, man. You know I like kicking the shows off with a bang. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Name of this band is Fox Haunt, and this is Monster right here on the Sunset Island Music Show. Oh, yeah! Now that is the way to start off the show with a bang, my friends. That is Fox Haunt from over in North Yorkshire, over in England. And the name of that song is Monster. What's going on? It's Frankie V. We're just getting the ball rolling here on another Sunset Island music show. And I'll tell you, I am so excited about these next two bands I'm going to play for you that I was going to wait till a little later in the show, but I've just got to do it now. And I've got a great story behind them too. You know, usually the bands come to me, you know, through all sorts of different ways. Friends, family, you guys just come to my website and everything. But you know, there has been times where I've found bands on my own. I mean, that's what I do. I listen to independent music. So I listen to bands that I play on the show. They're friends with other bands. You get surfing around. So one day, a week and a half ago, something, I'm scrolling through everything, and I want to say it was on Facebook, but I'm not exactly sure about that, either Facebook or Instagram. And all of a sudden, this little reel comes up and just I was shell-shocked. I did not even know what to think. My jaw just dropped because I never heard of this band before, and then I saw this. Yes, that's exactly what I looked like after I saw that little video. I'm thinking, these are like a bunch of kids playing in their living room or a garage or something like that. And my God, they just nailed that. I mean, Barracuda, that's one of the most famous songs in rock and roll history. And they just nailed it. Everything from the vocals, the guitars. I mean, just nailed it. So, of course, then I had to do my research. So I did some research on them and found out the name of the band is A Short Walk to Pluto. And they're from Toronto, up in Canada, you know, Ontario. They're friends of ours, or we're neighbors. And so I contacted them and I said, oh my God, I saw your stuff and I have to put you on my show. Luckily for me and all of us, they emailed me right back and said, yeah, we'd love to be on. So check this one out. This is brand new from Toronto. It's A Short Walk to Pluto. And this is You Are Not the Only One. And I love this video because you know me, I'm an old 80s hairband guy. And this is kind of a throwback to the 80s hairband stuff. So check it out. A Short Walk to Pluto. You Are Not the Only One. Right here on the Sunset Island Music Show. All right. So there you go. From Toronto, that's a short walk to Pluto, and you are not the only one. And I told you the story about how I found them, that I'm just flipping through everything, Facebook, Instagram, something, and I came across that video of Barracuda, led me to the band. Well then, okay, they said they could come on the show. Cool. So I was doing my research like I do on everybody, try to find out what they're from, try to find out a little bit about them, whatever. And they've got a million videos. And what I found out is this band did it the right way, man. They became popular and got a lot of their followers. I mean, because they're a great band, yes. But they started putting these little TikTok videos together of doing cover songs that everybody knows. And because they're so damn good, they nailed them all, and they were just able to just pull people in. So I'm looking at them, and I'm going through all these little shorts they have and stuff like that, and then I saw this. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So I see that clip, and that's a short walk to Pluto on the top, and on the bottom is a band called Ground Lift. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they collaborated, these two bands. You gotta love technology when it works. Two bands playing at the same time. They're both in their rehearsal spaces, and they nailed it. I mean, that sounded just perfect. So then, of course, I had to do research on the other band. And I did some research on the band Ground Lift. Find out they're from Boston. Same deal. Got in touch with them, shot them some emails. They got back to me and said they'd like to be on the show too. And I said, this is perfect. I could put both you bands together and debut at the same time. So Short Walk to Pluto leads me to Ground Lift. Again, they're from Boston, and check this one out. I saw this video and my jaw dropped for a third time. It's unbelievable. Check it out. A quick fix on the Sunset Island Music Show.
the Sunset Island Music Show, bringing you bands from everywhere on the planet.
Yeah! Perfect.
With your host, Frankie V.
Goodbye to all we know, and we will find that once it's on the line, the night becomes our own. They don't know, how could we have it? Just stay awake, we're almost there. Smell the changes in the air. To feel this way for even just one day is far beyond compare. They don't know, how could we have it? It's time we break away from it all. Hit it hard without regard till we fall. And if anybody out there tries to stand in our way, you know they're gonna feel the burn. A lesson that will make them learn. It's time we break away from it all. Hit it hard without regard till we fall. And if anybody out there tries to stand in our way, you know they're gonna feel the burn. A lesson that will make them learn. Oh no, they're gonna feel the burn. A lesson that will make them learn.
Brand new from Dallas, Texas. That is Always the Alibi and the Burn. What's going on? It's Frankie V. We're getting rolling here. Another Sunset Island Music Show. We've got 20 great videos, actually 21 this week when we threw in the new release from 1,000 Years Wide at the beginning. But here's another one I'm excited about, and I've got more stories to tell you. I'm just full of stories today. This show could go on for 3 hours if I don't shut up every now and again. But they're back, my sweethearts from South Africa, or Tokyo, where they were last week, or Vegas, where they were a couple of months ago when I saw them, and where they're going to be in about a month and a half, right here in Florida, 45 minutes up the road from me. Of course, Millie and Me, the Soap Girls, that's who I'm talking about. So check out this story. So I went to a show that I'll tell you about later. I went to see Saturday night. I saw Vox, I saw Heathen Sun, and I saw a brand new band called Bear Within Us, who will be playing later on the show. And if you notice, I'm wearing my new Vox t-shirt that I scored at the show. Regis, thank you very much. He's the singer from Vox. Hung out with him. I hung out with everybody that night. All three bands, man. And I got a funny story about Heathen Sun, too. But I hung out with all three bands. So, you know, because I did the same thing in Vegas for the Soap Girls, kind of doing some recon for them. I texted them and I said, you know, hey, I'm going to the bar that you're playing at in Tampa next month. I'll check it out for you. Because I had been to this place called the Brass Mug in the past, but they have moved about a year and a half ago. So I haven't been to the new one yet. So I told them I'd check it out for them. So I go there and I'm checking the place out before the show starts. I shoot them a little video of the place and all that. And then I saw the bartenders, and I had to take a picture. And I sent it to Millie and me, and I said, yep, this is your kind of place. I mean, the bartenders are good-looking, thin girls, fishnets, not wearing much at all, tatted up like crazy. So I took a picture of the bartenders at the bar. Okay, enough done, blah, 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 blah. So I get back home, and it's like a day or two later, and I said, I need to send that picture over to the Soap Girls. So I posted it, I think I sent it to them on Twitter, and I said, hey, remember that bar I went to the other day where you're going to be playing? Well, it looked like your kind of place, so I took a picture of the bar staff for you, and I sent them the picture of the bar staff. About 5 minutes later, I go back to just, I don't know if it's just me, but every time I post something, I go back and check it to make sure it posted and make sure I spelled everything correctly and all that kind of crap, So all of a sudden, I'm looking at the picture that I sent to the Soap Girls, and I look in the top-hand corner of that picture, and on the TV above the bartenders, now I was focused on the bartenders taking the picture, but on the TV, it says, Soap Girls, coming to the Brass Mug, October 15th. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. If I would have tried to plan that, I would have had to stand at that bar probably a half hour to get that. It was just merely by chance, so I text them back real quick, said, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Look in the top left-hand corner of that picture. I didn't even plan that, I swear to God. And they laughed and texted me back, but yeah, I mean, that's just karma if I ever saw it. Good times, good times. So with that all being said, I'll shut up. I told you I could go on forever tonight. But the Soap Girls are back. This is a new video from them. It's called Heart in Bloom. Another great Soap Girls song. Check it out right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Oceans fill up the space is keeping you from me. Sunsets become a stopwatch, I'm speeding by you. Breath stirring up the leaves and we'll stick to the air. Carried away by the tide and you struck my hair. Faces become blurry, yours remains the same. Time taking forever, counting down the days. You'll be here soon. I'll be waving at the moon, keeping my heart in bloom. I'll be waving at the moon. Distance, you and I will change. In my sleep sometimes I still whisper your name. If I close my eyes, I can see. If I feel what I want, I have what I need. You will never stay, I will always go. Stars to stop feeling low. You'll be here soon. I'll be waving at the moon, keeping my heart in bloom. I'll be waving.
It's the Sunset Island Music Show. The best unsigned bands from here, there, anywhere on the planet. With your host, Frankie V.
You're wearing me away. You break me into pieces. But I'm better off this way because I deserve this. Cry for me, you will lie for me. You know I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you. Pray for me, you won't stay for me. And I feel sorry. I see right through your white lies, 'cause you can't hide in the limelight. But it's no use trying to shake you free if I won't let you release me. Pray for me tonight, my shining white light. Tell me that you're mine. Take me through white lies. You hold me in suspense, and then you throw me away, increasing our distance till you're just a memory, ranking me and then blanking me. You know you'll be sorry for this. Prey on me, your lies weigh on me. Oh, you'll be sorry. Now I see right through your white lies, 'cause you can't hide in the limelight. But it's no use trying to shake you free if I won't let you release me. Pray for me tonight, my shining white light. Tell me that you're mine. Take me away.
You started something that you know that you will never complete. Your fear of love is on the front to all the sudden lonely. You rigged our game at level 1 by owning all of the cheats. Although I worshipped you, you wouldn't even pray for me. Your fury's hard, your lucky turn it down. Don't wanna ask you twice, you were just too loud. Your lies keep spinning me around and around and around and around. I'm on the hunt for you, you're praying for me now.
I see right through your white lies, 'cause you can't hide in the limelight. But it's no use trying to shake you free if I won't let you release me.
From Bristol, right there. Not Bristol, Connecticut, here up north, but Bristol in the United Kingdom across the pond. I like that one. That's Bitter Kisses and Pray. And the name of the song is Pray, but I don't know why they put the little asterisk over the A in Pray, like it's a swear word or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just calling it Pray. Bitter Kisses from Bristol. Love that song. Love it, love it, love it. It's Frankie V. It's a Sunset Island Music Show. We're rolling right through it now with another new band. This band is from Preston, England. I have no idea where Preston, England is from, but I'm going to have to check it out because now I may actually have a date for when I'm going to go to London. I got something from Healer. You know, the boys from Healer play every single day. Hardest working band in show business. And they're going to be opening for the Smiths or a Smiths cover band or something like that. I don't know. But it's a big show for them. They're in direct support. And it's in, I think it said it was in February. So I texted them back and I said, I got a date now. That's what I'm shooting for. But anyways, these guys are from Preston, England. And the name of the band, this song is awesome. The Empire Police. And the name of the song is Northern Bones. Check this one out. You're going to love it. It's right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Weights of misery seems we bleed the same, we'll create
Brand new music from the state that I call home, from the state of Florida. That is Fort Lauderdale's very own Modern Mimes and Heavy Heart. See, we got a lot of good music in the state of Florida here. Always have since I was a kid. How do you think I ended up this way? I grew up here. If I didn't grow up if we didn't have good music when I grew up, I wouldn't be this way. So we're happy for that. I'm happy it's still going on, man. Those guys are awesome. Again, Modern Mimes, Heavy Heart right there. So let's move on. Some old friends are back. Where we're going from Florida back up north to the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan to be exact. And you remember Kaleido, they were on the show a couple of months ago. Well, I got a new video from them. So check this one out. This one is called Misery. It's Kaleido from Detroit, Misery, right here, the Sunset Island Music Show.
Watching the Sunset Island Music Show. Sunset Island Music Show.
Yeah!
With your host, Frankie V. Frankie V.
Joe! grab your knives, walk away. I'll stand alone on the devil's day. The virus is still streaks as it spreads. Another moment gone, another dead. Find out just where I stand crystal clear. As I'm trapped in the wasteland, the end is near. Like a rat locked inside his cage. The only way to escape the maze. Get tucked away. Count your blessings on this a devil's day. The virus is still streaks as it spreads. Another moment gone, a memory dead. Find out just where I stand crystal clear. As I'm trapped in the wasteland, the end is near. Like a rat locked inside its cage. The only way to escape the maze.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is Bear Within Us. Another local band for me. They're from Tampa, Florida. They opened the show last week for Vox and Heathen Sun and Head PE. And I'd heard about them through Vox. I'd heard about them, but I'd never seen them live, anything like that. When they played, I mean, nothing against the other bands there, man. They kind of stole the show. They were awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Name of that song, by the way, is Devil's Day. They were talking about the whole zombie theme of it and all that stuff. But Bear Within Us, the nicest guys you could ever meet. Hung out with them for a little while, got to talk to them afterwards. Their show just kicked ass, man. They did a Slipknot cover in the middle of it, and the crowd went nuts. Nuts, absolutely crazy. And I found out during that show that old Frankie B's getting a little too old now, because that crowd got really, really rowdy, and they had a circle pit going on and all this stuff. But luckily, I could kind of get up on the stage. So I watched most of that show from on the stage. That way I could see the bands and see the madness going on without actually having to be a part of it. And at my age, that's a very, very good thing. My pit days are over. Trust me, over. All right, so let's move on. Kenosha, Wisconsin, the homeland of our next band. They've been with us. They came back last week. They've been with us months ago. They were number one a few months ago. This is Saint Tragedy from Wisconsin and Limbo right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Taking this time after time after time, and those wounds, man, they never heal right. Been shaken and won't of the
that's all you'll hear in your brain. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away the walls grow thin. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. You took all those years away to feed off the ones at night. As you sit all alone with your fears, now you lay in a cell with your tears. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away the walls grow thin. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away the walls grow thin. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again.
That, my friends, is honestly one of my favorite bands at the moment. From Los Angeles, that is Edge of Paradise and Hologram. I am so glad I heard about these guys a couple of weeks ago. I've been in touch with them. They seem like the nicest people in the world. I'm going to get to go see them live. I've been in touch. We've been shooting messages back and forth on Instagram. They were over in Europe. Now they're back from Europe. And they said, hey, we're going on this tour. So I checked out the dates. They're coming to Florida. And I'm like, perfect. I can go see them. They're going to be in Florida. Now, the closest they're coming to me is Orlando. Now, that's kind of a drive for me, but I'm willing to make it to go see Edge of Paradise. However, that's going to turn into another one of these crazy Frankie V weekends because I'm going to go see Edge of Paradise on October 27th at night. Well, at like 6 o'clock in the morning on October 28th, I fly out of Tampa to go to Cleveland to see Bittersweet Revenge on October 28th. So, sometime I'll make it back and I'll just collapse when I get back. But it's all in good fun and it's all in seeing all these great bands. And I would rather do nothing else in my life than to go check out and meet all these people. It's what I live for. I absolutely love it. Speaking of meeting people, here we go. Number 8, another band that I just met a couple of weeks ago out of the blue. You remember the story about this one? This is Scarlet View. Scarlet View's from Kansas City. I told you the stories about them, but I'll give you the quick version now. I go to Texas to see Saving Jackie. Opening band comes on stage. These guys, I'm thinking, man, these guys are pretty good. They get us, so I move from my seat, go into the front row to watch them. They totally kicked ass. I'm talking to them after the show. They say they're from Missouri. Who else do we know from Missouri? We know 1,000 Years Wide's from Missouri. So we take a picture together. I send it to the guys in 1,000 Years Wide and say, hey, I'm in Texas. I think I just met some friends of yours. And they shoot me right back. Yo, those are buddies of mine. Apparently, they have played a show together in the past. And we were kind of all like commenting on the same thread in Facebook earlier this week that might need to happen again. And I'll tell you, if that happens, Scarlet View and 1,000 Years Wide on the same bill, I don't care when it is, where it is, whatever, this guy will be there. I can promise you that. So check this one out. You should know this by now. We've been playing the heck out of it. It is Scarlet View. This is Never Coming Down. Right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Hey, what's up? It's Scarlet View. I'm Bryce.
I'm Chris.
I'm Juice. This is Garrett, and you're watching the Sunset Island Music Show, baby.
That's right.
Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can't fly higher than you ever tried. So long these vultures try to ground me. It's time to leave, it's getting ugly. Spinning in circles like a halo. Separate the king, the peasants all sing. I'm coming for you! Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can't fly higher than you ever tried. Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can't fly. I'm never coming down. Here we go. Up top they try to force the protein. Come back when I am looking thirsty. Trap myself deep in a landslide. Forgot the pain and dug a little deeper. Just to get away from you. Now here they go again. Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can't fly higher than you ever tried. Come and try to break me.
emotions, I think they own me, and they control me. I ain't listening, I'm making love lonely. For some protein, coming back when I'm thirsty.
Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can fly higher, higher than you ever tried. Come and try to break me. The day I said is the one I went crazy. I can fly. I'm never coming down. Look at the sky and see my wings so high I fly away. Look at the sky and see my wings. Hey, hey, look at me now.
The Sunset Island Music Show. Counting down this week's top 20 videos from around the globe.
20.
With your host, Frankie V.
Boom, boom. It said in my heart, I picked up the gold. I want a new start. Zoom, zoom. Go as fast as I can. But if I drive way too far, I won't be calling for you. Ooh, ooh. Are you insane?
Oh, yeah, get your body moving a little bit right there. I love mixing it up with some of that poppy music in these shows every now and again. That, my friends, is Irene Ocean and Shut Up. And if you remember last week when I introduced Irene to you guys all, I said that I thought she was from the Philippines. I thought she lived now here. I wasn't exactly sure where, all this stuff. Well, she has put the questions to rest. Irene got in touch with me and said, hey, Frankie, I'm from Nashville. So, from Nashville, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen, that is Irene Ocean and Shut Up. So, now we move on to another guy where I had no idea where he was from last week. If you remember, when I was talking about Alex Oiza last week, I said, where this guy's from parts unknown, because nowhere on his website, the guy could have been from Mars as far as I know. It didn't say anything where he's from on any website, any social network, anything like that. So I said, okay, from parts unknown, this is Alex Oiza, and the name of the song is Running to Death. And I said, well, I don't know where he's running from because we don't know where he's from. Well, he got in touch with me and said, hey, by the way, I'm from Dallas. So here you go, another Texas fan. I'm telling you, Texas and Florida, man, just like they are in football, Texas and Florida just kick ass as far as rock and roll. So check it out, from Dallas, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? I was there. I can't disagree with that. This is Alex Oiza, Running to Death, right here. It's a Sunset Island Music Show. Fire.
Myself, every nerve rushing thin, it's a sickle. Cause I'm stripped to the bone with my head on the stone. Where's the love, where's the hope, where in the hell is my home? I don't know. It's true, I'm all in my head again, holding my breath. Take a pill till I go insane. Cause I'm stripped to the bone. Stay inside, stay alone. Where's my faith, where's my heart? Where in the hell do I go? It's true, I'm all in my head again, holding my breath. Why in the hell do I give a damn? Running to death. Tell me everything instead of fucking running. Nothing was something. We can be nothing, something. Tell me everything instead of fucking running. Nothing was something. Tell me everything. It's true, I'm all in my head, holding my breath. Why in the hell do I give a damn? Running to death.
Bringing you independent artists from everywhere around the globe. It's the Sunset Island Music Show with your host, Frankie V.
Fight me hard or just fight too harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tampa Bay's very own Vox and Underdog. You ought to know that song by now. We've been playing it for weeks. They were actually pretty high. There's an alternative music chart. I forget exactly what it's called, but they were like number 6 on it this week. So for an independent band, man, they're kicking ass. And if you saw the other people, you would be impressed. So Vox and Underdog, man, and they were probably the main reason that I went to go see that show last weekend was to see Vox and finally get to check them out live. I've been playing them for months. They had another song that was on before. So I got to meet them. Regis, the lead singer, and I hung out for a while back at his merch booth. That's where I got my cool new t-shirt. Oh, I got all sorts of stuff from that show. I got the t-shirt. You know me with posters. So here's the concert poster from that show. It is signed, I don't know who's who at this point, but it's signed by Vox, it's signed by Heathen Son, and it's signed by Bear Within Us, who we already played Bear Within Us. Heathen Son couldn't have been cooler, man. It was funny because Johnny Anthrax, who's the singer from Heathen Son, is the only one that doesn't wear a mask on stage. So I saw him earlier in the show, and I just went up, tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, hey, dude, what's happening? Well, I ended up hanging out with Johnny Anthrax from Heathen Son and watched Vox's entire set with him. And we were just kind of, BSing the whole time, having a good time. Then I hung out with him a little bit afterwards, and I told him, I said, hey, at least I saw you. I said, I couldn't even recognize anybody else in your band because they're always wearing masks. And so I wouldn't have any clue what they look like. So we go out through the show. Heathen Son plays. Vox had played already. Bear Within Us, all this stuff. Then I go outside. I leave the place, walking out to the car. Who's standing outside? Johnny Anthrax and the rest of Heathen Son without the masks. And I went up to him. I said, oh, it's finally revealed. I finally get to see what you guys look like. So I stood and chatted with them for a couple of minutes, and they were just a cool bunch of guys, man. And I can't wait to see them again. They were, like I said, super cool to hang out with. John was super cool to hang out with. And, man, they put on a hell of a show, too. Absolutely amazing. So it was a great time last weekend. Can't wait till my next big weekend. I don't know what I got coming up. I've got, actually, this Friday, Bear Within Us is playing right up the road for me, and I think I'm going to try to go see them. I'll see them twice in 1 week. Hey, I'm not going to argue about that. And then Saturday night, I'm going to the big show. I got talked into going to this one. It'll beat being talked into going to the Barbie movie like I did a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to see it's Rob Zombie, Ministry, Alice Cooper, Filter. So it ought to be a pretty interesting show. So we'll have a good time. I'm going with a bunch of guys. We always have fun. So, all right, enough about that. Let's keep moving on. I'm dragging this on forever. From Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Atlassian. They were last week's number 1. You guys all know them by now. That we've been playing them for quite a while here because they're an awesome band. Well, they finally released some dates that they're going to be playing. I promised them I will be at one, and I don't need to promise. I want to go see them play because they're awesome. So I'll keep you updated on that. But right now, this is Howl. It's Atlassian. You know this one. It's right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Someone tell me the plan. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. I've no place to go. And how's my emotions? myself proud. How I'll go on in hell. 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 I'll go on in
At number 4 this week, last week's number 1, that is Atlassian and Howl. What's going on? It's Frankie V. We're up to the top 3 already. Seems like I've been talking forever, but this show is just flying by. So number 3 this week, my new friends from LA, Bitter Sweethearts. Love these guys. In fact, it was funny because I saw a video of them they put up of, I guess they were screwing around in somebody's house. And Zoe, who's the lead singer, was wearing these slippers that looked like big bunnies or something like that. So I shot them a little message, said nice slippers, and obviously they saw it because they started laughing and sent me a message back. But anyways, these guys are awesome, man. I can't wait to play more of their music for you because they've got a lot of it out there. But this is Polyplastic. It's Bitter Sweethearts, and it's right here, number 3 on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Messed up like the bumper of her car, pretty like a picture in her mirror, silicone and left outside the bar.
number 3 from Los Angeles. That is Bitter Sweethearts and Polyplastic. What's going on? It's Frankie V. We've made it to the top 2. And coming in at number 2 this week, my new friend from San Diego. This is Tamar Burke. You all know her. And speaking of goodies, you remember I told you I have lots of goodies to show you this week? Well, look what I got this week. I told you, it was like Christmas here this week. I was getting stuff every single day. I got my own brand new limited edition vinyl. I don't have no way to play it, but you know, it looks cool. Of Tamar Burke's new album. This is called Tiny Injuries. There's half of Tamar's face on there. There's all the lyrics. And then you got this cool looking vinyl record in here. So I am so happy to get this. And she even wrote me a little note on the back. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says, Frank, it's been great getting to know you. I hope you love it, Tamar. Yes, Tamar, just like you did in the video. Mwah. I love it. Thank you very, very much. And it also, I didn't even know, it came with a CD too. So hey, something I can play. Not like I haven't heard all her music already, but now I got a CD to play too. So it was awesome, awesome, awesome. So make sure, I think she's still got a couple of these left. Pick them up. They're very limited edition. How cool looking is this, man? Check it out on, you can find it on her website. You can look on my website. She's all over the place on there. There's links all over the place for it. So check it out at number 2 this week. If you know, you know. And I know I got cool stuff this week from Tamar. Tamar Burke right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Sun comes up, but I'm already down. Wander room to room, but you're nowhere around. Looking up at the clock, and then I stop. 'Cause there's 7 or 8 hours up for debate. And if you know, you know. And if you know, you know. So I'll waste some time, drink a beer or wine, thinking about some words that don't even rhyme. And how I haven't seen snow in over 3 years. It makes me feel like I don't belong.
At number 2 from San Diego, California. That is If You Know, You Know. Of course, that's Tamar Burke. Right here on the Sunset Island Music Show. It's Frankie V. We've reached, I always say it's my favorite time of the show, but it's not really my favorite time of the show because that means we're just about at the end. But anyways, we got a brand new number 1 this week. If you've been following along, you probably can guess who this is because the song's been on for a while now and you haven't heard it yet today. Why? Because they're so awesome, we saved them for the end. This is the Nearly Dead's number 1. This is Wonderland, right here on the Sunset Island Music Show.
Discover that I just don't belong. I know a place with enchantment all around. If you take the time to travel to the end of the rainbow, 'cause this means nothing to me. I'm dying to show you all the beautiful things I've seen. I'm a natural wonderland. I don't care if you understand. I need to feel the magic, the madness, the chaos, the passion. I'm drinking it all tonight. So let's go. Won't you follow me down? Won't you follow me down to Wonderland? River of tears, let it carry me away. Got the current on my side, sailing and I think I belong. Finally see through the looking glass from my own perspective. And I'm dying to show you all the beautiful things I've seen. I'm on a natural wonderland. I don't care if you understand. I need to feel the magic, the madness, the chaos, the passion. I'm drinking it all tonight. So let's go. Will you follow me down? Won't you follow me down to Wonderland? I'm gonna let you wonderland. I don't care if you understand. I need to feel the magic, the madness, the chaos, the passion. I'm drinking it all tonight. So let's go. Will you follow me down? Won't you follow me down to Wonderland?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. At number 1 this week, that is Wonderland from Nashville's own The Nearly Deads. It's Frankie V. We've made it to the end of another show, and I'm already looking forward to next week's show because I have so many. You know, when we put these together, I have music to put for this one. Then I end up with all these leftover kick-ass songs to play, and I'm like, where am I going to fit them at? So they get rolled over to the next week, but then by the next week I get new ones in. It's just a revolving door of great music. That's why we have to vote on these things to figure out which one goes in, because if not, I could make this show probably 4 or 5 hours long every week, and I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if you guys could handle listening to me talk forever for that long, but it is what it is. Anyways, the Nearly Deads a well-deserved number one with Wonderland, and I'm still trying to get out there. As soon as they release dates, I'm going to Nashville to check them out. And hey, maybe I'll be able to check out Irene Ocean while I'm out there too. Who knows? So it's Frankie V. I'm out of here. Remember, check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble. Remember Rumble. You're watching this show on Rumble. Please go to the bottom and hit that little join button or whatever, follow button or whatever it says. I need the subscribers on Rumble. I'm trying to do everything exclusive on there. I also want to give a shout out, unless you've been living under a rock this week, everybody knows who Oliver Anthony is. I got to give a 2 thumbs up to Oliver Anthony. I love him. I love what he stands for. I love what he says. And I wish more people would have the balls to say what this guy has to say. So it's Frankie V. I'm out of here. It's another Sunset Island music show in the books. We'll see you next week. You guys have a great week and try to have as much fun this weekend as I'm going to. We'll see you later.